And Dolly must have been sniffing some very heavy artillery because the way she was moving on a rampage in episode 12, Baddies USA family, we have to talk about it. Because what the hell was going on? She was raising that leg and kicking everybody. All right, so boom, we started off the episode with Summer and Tinka getting on the bus. Now, if you remember, Dolly was dancing, right? And it looked like she was dancing towards Summer, but really she was sneaking Tinka. So what happened was Dolly ended up pushing Tinka down the stairs and they both went to tumbling while fighting. We now have Mariah Lynn pressing DJ Sky. And DJ Sky is saying, listen, I didn't cut your record, Natalie cut your record, and Mariah Lynn is not having that. But what really had me gagged was in the confessional, DJ Sky is saying, oh, I'm a professional. But we saw in real time, this girl was literally on the mic asking Mariah Lynn if she needs that 4 times, really interrupting her set. DJ Sky, I'm so glad you got fired. Everybody is always so quick to say Summer is antagonizing somebody. We remember Dolly literally dragging Summer, basically saying, leave me alone. I don't want nothing to do with you. Whoopty whoopty woo. And Summer was like, all right, Dolly. I don't want nothing to do with you either. We're not friends. Dolly was really pressed and depressed that Summer was down there checking up on Tinka. Y'all are not friends anymore. You say you wanted nothing to do with her. So if she wants to go outside and check up on Tinka, and whether you feel like it's fake or not, let her handle her own business. How come Lex is able to reconcile with Scotty, but now Summer can't reconcile or look after Tinka? Like when Dolly and Summer was going back and forth, right? And they were spilling the tea on one another like, oh, you be sniffing and popping, whoopty whoopty woo. I definitely agree with Cole K really coming out and calling them both weird. So with Biggie calling Nat on the phone, right? Talking about, I'm in the field, Nat, I'm in the field. I understand why Natalie, stayed on the phone, because hearing that Biggie is her most profitable baddie, you gotta keep her, you gotta keep her around. But if it was me, I would've hung up that phone so fast, y'all. I'm not in the mood for all the hooting and hollering. Didn't I tell y'all Rolly was fake? The way she was carrying on, stuffing her face with that cake and dragging Tommy, I knew when Tommy got in front of her face, she was gonna be a completely different person. What's pissing me off is the fact that they have Tommy in 4K right in front of them and they're not saying, hey Tommy, put the cup down. They literally just keying, yet they want to talk about what's bad for the brand and what's good for the brand. Now let's get into the fights, y'all, because Tavy and Dolly, that one right there, that was good. That was a good quality fight right there. I really do think that both sides was connecting, but what I didn't like was the fact that Dolly was like, oh, you lost because I got you bleeding. Just because she's bleeding does not mean she lost the fight. You know what I mean? But y'all let me know in the comments what you think. Dolly was moving wicked, talking about Cold K Kid. 3 rounds was a bit excessive, and I'm gonna give it to the both of them. They both like won respectively in each round. And when Summer pulled up and was saying, you said how dirty was the D, and she pulled up with her family, y'all, I did not think she was wrong. I did not think she was wrong for pulling up with her family, because if we really keep it a stack, none of the baddies is really effing with Summer. So if something was to go down, you know what I mean? She needs backup. So rightfully so, I understand why the family was there, but I did not like how Rolly was in the confessional talking about, oh, she brought her family to antagonize the baddies. Rolly, you don't like Summer, bro. You don't like Summer. Y'all, I'm sorry, but Rolly is a D-rider. You already know it's your girl Dami. You just clocked in, and I just talked about Baddies USA Chapter 1, Episode 12, and y'all, this episode was a doozy. Y'all, it's been real. Don't forget to like, follow, and share. Later.